Hello and welcome to the Cardone Zone. Today is the G&E Show. There is so much.
Every day should be a G&E day.
You know what? Every day should be a G&E Show day.
Hey, thank you for watching today. This is the beautiful Elena Cardone. I'm Grant Cardone. We come to you every week to talk to you about what?
Well, today there's so much
but every
to
week,
talk
what do we
about.
talk about?
Well, we talk about the business of marriage.
And sometimes it's tough, particularly with all the stress going on in today.
Ooh.
Riots, protests.
There's so much going on, so much animosity out there, so much to figure out. Really turbulent times.
Elena, if you were
riots.
In New Orleans, if you were in New Orleans today, where you grew up, you know they had a peaceful protest in New Orleans. Nobody reported it on the news
because it was peaceful.
Maybe. You know, there's so many things the media is not reporting, like where's the other three guys that killed George Floyd? Who are those people? I want to know who they are. But anyway, back to New Orleans. If you were 18 years old, wild girl that you were, drinking and drugging, and you were a loser chick when you were lost, no purpose, just like I was.
I remember those days. It
takes
was
one to know one.
extremely painful. Yes, painful.
Takes one to know one. Would you be out there causing trouble at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Probably.
Were you a destructive kid? Did you destroy property?
I mean, yes, I did. I spray painted buildings. So
schools? Did you?
Yes, I spray painted St. Dominic's School. Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
You did? Oak Park Elementary.
I spray painted my school.
I still
feel bad about that.
I hit it with fire.
I never did that.
Like all you guys out there.
Well, let me tell you this though, real quick.
Rock wanted to get in the shot there.
I was with a group one night. And this still pains me in my heart though, because I was with a group one night and we were loaded, right? We were driving.
Loaded.
We were driving, and I won't say his name, but his VW bus. And I had another guy hanging out the window, bashing all the windows out of a whole line, a whole street of cars, and they were dying laughing. And me in the back seat, it pained me.
Yeah, it pained you?
It pained me.
Yeah, I'd be in the front seat laughing. I'm just gonna shamelessly admit, I was talking to some friends of mine this weekend and my twin brother and said, if I was in Baltimore, Chicago, New York, LA, I promise you, 100%, I would be one of those kids you would see looting stores, burning stores, starting problems, bashing windows. I was a bad kid. I was bored, I was lost, and I had no purpose.
Did you feel that you were owed something? You were rebelling against something that you were owed?
I was angry. I was angry and I was lost, and I didn't have purpose, and I didn't have any money, and I didn't have a job, and I didn't have something to do every day. So what I did was I did what everybody else was doing, and that brings us to today's topic, which is, are we in an experiment?
It certainly feels that way.
Sabrina,
people on social media are saying, are we on level 6 of Jumanji?
Sabrina asked me 2 days ago, she's 10 years old, 11 years old now. She says, Papa, how do you know we're not in a game? Okay, this thing started out as 2 weeks, okay, in March.
You mean the shutdown, the pandemic?
I want to bring you back to March.
Okay.
March 20th, some of us got some notifications online, hey, the country's going to be shut down.
Okay.
It was going to be a weekend.
I hate to correct you. But we actually shut down March 18th. It was official. So back it up just a little bit more, just to be accurate.
See that ruins the story right there.
I know.
Does your wife always correct you? I want to know that.
I just want the timeline right. Okay.
I'm going to marry a man next time.
Beginning of March.
I can't, because if a man interrupted me like that, I'd punch him in the face. I can't do that to Elena though. Look, I think we're in an experiment.
That's not nice. I don't appreciate that violence comment, especially right now.
It's violent times.
Okay. There are violent times, but there is a high rate of domestic violence right now. Everyone has to be sensitive with certain subjects. Agree or not agree? Agree.
Okay, so
March 1st, take us back.
March 18th. Okay, so look, the country's going to be shut down. Then it's 2 weeks. Then it's a month. Then it turns into 2 months. Like, how much can we take, man? As soon as this thing was supposed to open, by the way, they're supposed to open the beaches. You guys understand that the fucking beaches are closed and people are marching in the streets. It's illegal for me to go to the beach in front of my house. It's illegal for me to swim in the ocean today, but you got people looting New York City, taking it down to the ground, hitting policemen with bricks, okay? Is this an experiment? Because I think I'm starting to feel a little rat right now, a little hamster.
Like they're just setting up the scenarios. The mystery people behind the scenes are just like we're in a petri dish, and they're like, throw this at them, now throw this. How are they going to respond?
Let's see how much these people can take before they finally all stand up and say enough is enough, and then they'll know this will be the high water mark. This will be the mark where they can come back and say, no, we can take them this far, and they'll wait for the next normal. It's like the frog. You know the frog? How do you boil a frog?
You put them in the...
You put them in cool water, lukewarm water, and you just keep slowly raising it.
This is a horrible example.
Keep raising it.
Yeah.
Because look, man, we were all together on this thing just less than 2 weeks ago. We were all together. Coronavirus, the mask.
But...
I'm staying inside. I ain't going to get other people sick. Okay? When this thing was about over, what happened? Somebody ignited this other thing.
Okay, let me ask you this, and I would really like our listeners to comment below.
Call in, too.
This experiment that you kind of feel like we're all under right now because it's so surreal, is it too far out of a question to say, are we being set up to pit Americans against each other?
We're definitely into
division.
Is that
part of the experiment?
We're so divided. We were all together 2 weeks ago. Nobody wanted to get anybody sick. We weren't talking about, I mean, we were still a little separated.
Well,
but not,
we were mask, no mask. I mean...
But now we're like no, the masks don't matter anymore. Okay, I remember when I was like, I just don't want to go and wear a mask. I mean, can that be the new normal? Look how much of my freedom, like America has gone from this great, exceptional, phenomenal place to live to where like I just want to walk in Starbucks. I went in Starbucks yesterday without a mask on, felt like I ripped the place off. I told Elena, I got back in my car. See, I did it without the mask.
You felt like a rebel?
Okay. I went into Publix the other day, did a whole shopping thing without being with a mask on. Next day I went in, they told me to wear one. I'm like, dang, I couldn't get away with it today.
Yeah, but do you feel like there's like shame involved, or you're going to be shamed for wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, for having sympathy with a police officer that had a brick thrown at him? It's a delicate topic. Can you feel sorry for them without also saying, I feel sorry for the cop, but I also feel sorry for George and his family?
Yeah,
like everything is so confusing.
The Blackout Tuesday thing. Like everybody's posting blackouts. Okay. My team posted something yesterday on Instagram. We didn't know about the Blackout Tuesday thing. I didn't get the notice. Jay-Z didn't call me. And so Scooter Braun didn't call me. Hey, we're doing Blackout Tuesday, man. Make sure you don't post today. We posted. I got all this hate because I posted because we're promoting our marketing event, our marketing mentor event, 8 weeks of mentoring people on how to build a social media following so they can actually make a difference in the world. By the way, we want to talk about that today.
Okay.
Because that starts Thursday night.
Okay.
Look, if nobody knows you, you can't make a difference in the world. Right now, we're getting drowned out with noise. Even the Blackout Tuesday. If I tell you guys, look, the Blackout Tuesday thing, if I tell you my opinion of Blackout Tuesday, I'm going to get people hating on me for it. But Blackout Tuesday is probably the dumbest thing I ever seen in my life. I got to tell you.
Why?
What's the point, man?
I took it as it was like a moment of silence or a reflection of honoring George Floyd's.
How's George in it? Like a bunch of people blacking stuff out, man.
Because it was a symbol to say, look, we're not going to be silenced by the victimization of what appeared to be police brutality on
I didn't know anything. I didn't know.
African American
Did y'all know that?
Which,
did y'all know that? Johnny, did you know that that's what that was about? I didn't see George Floyd in there.
I mean, I saw people just following what other people were doing. To be honest, like my opinion on that is like in dark moments, you need to shine brighter than ever. Really, to be honest.
I don't know what we're doing anymore.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was a respect to, I acknowledge the situation. It was an injustice. It needs to be rectified.
But everybody knows that. Like, guys,
but
when
that
George
was the
Floyd,
honor of it. So we can't attend his funeral. Yeah. We can make a blackout in his honor to say, hey, we all are in this together. We understand that we witnessed a horrific, brutal injustice, and we are not okay with it. That was what the blackout was.
Blackout Tuesday is a day of action across the music industry. Did you know that? It was across the music industry, which sprang from an initiative created by Atlantic Records Senior Director of Marketing, Hamila Thomas, and former Senior Director of Marketing, Brianna called hashtag the show must be paused in observance of the longstanding racism and inequality in America. It wasn't about George Floyd, man. Look, guys, everybody, this entire country, white, black, okay, were united that the George Floyd thing was wrong. I have not met one person of any color that said, no, that's okay.
Neither have I.
Everybody, we were united.
Every single police officer friend I know feels like all the hard work that they have done to be in good relationships with the community
was ruined. It was one
ruined,
guy.
and they're not happy about it.
There's nobody
nor did they think that was okay.
There's nobody that I've talked to that doesn't say that guy needs to go to jail. That guy murdered another man. He went too far. He overused. Nobody. Now what are we talking about?
Well, now we're
Do you know
talking
July
about other
7th is?
cops being killed, which...
Do you know what July 7th is? July
told me
7th is going to be
no
that
purchase.
people of color should not spend $1 on that day.
And what is the purpose?
Guys, what
of
are you
that?
doing, guys?
Wait, but what is the purpose of that? I don't know.
What are you doing? You think you not spending money for one day is going to somehow ruin America? America's already
We're
being
doing a
ruined.
good job of that now.
Like, we're already being ruined. We got 40 million people out of work. Those kids that are looting and burning and bricking are coming from poverty. You want to stop racism? You got to stop poverty. Okay? It's not me hating on another man. It's I can't get a job, man. My only out is a fucking job at McDonald's getting paid $7 an hour to smell like French fries. That don't feel good. That's when I was burning and looting myself. I had to work.
Me too.
I was
when I
forced.
wasn't working, I had no purpose. I was angry. I wanted more and felt I
couldn't
deserved
wait to
more.
get out of the McDonald's and go smoke some weed. Okay, hey, I think we're in an experiment though. This is the deal. I think we're all being used and manipulated.
I'm starting to feel more and more like that too. It's too surreal. I worry that Americans are being pitted against each other in some big master plan conspiracy thing, which I don't know what it is. You know, I wish we know. It's the unknown that is so confusing.
Even
will
here,
we ever know?
Even here in the studio, anytime you mention this stuff, I can feel the tension in the room. Uh-oh. He's talking about it. How about this? How
are we going to get to a conclusion where we can all, feel okay if our voices, or if anyone's voice can't be heard or understood? Like, you can't just have someone else's viewpoint shoved down your throat and...
Because I'm your elder, okay?
Oh dear.
I just know
That's
this.
a fact.
Every time this has happened in my lifetime, what was happening is not what's happening. This is a distraction.
That's what I feel right now with the experiment. I feel like what is happening? What is the real thing
The Vietnam War. Okay, this is what I want to know. What are those rich dudes? Not me. Not rich like me. I'm talking about the rich. I'm talking about the guys who would burn my money on
Illuminati.
The Illuminati. The
Rothschilds, the
the
Rockefellers.
The guys you never hear about, okay? What are those guys stealing right now while we're all distracted, hating on each other, okay? Talking about kids robbing, looting Macy's.
What are they doing?
Look, Macy's had more traffic Monday night in New York City than they've had in years. I don't even know why they're complaining. They can't sell their shit.
Oh my God.
Okay. Hey, let's talk to some of our callers. You're
Yeah.
watching the G&E Show. This is Elena Cardone, the beautiful, who's right on this topic. And I just want to talk about those other three guys that watched George Floyd get killed. Who are they? And what are their races? And why aren't we being told? Was this 4 white guys killing 1 black guy? Because I think we're going to find out maybe that's not the case either.
Yeah, Christian over here saying that one of the dudes was Asian.
I think we had an Asian, a Latin, and a black, okay, watching a white guy. So those 3 guys, you can't, Elena can't commit a crime and I'm next to her and I just watch her do it and I'm not complicit.
That's also the cause for such outrage right now, and part of the...
But why wouldn't we be told
Why
that?
aren't they arrested
These
yet,
bricks
though?
that are showing up in places.
Well, who's funding that? And who's setting up all the agitators and anarchists? And what is going on?
Yeah. And Donald Trump's an easy guy to hate, by the way. Joe Biden, he's just an easy guy to hate, too.
I think it's above that. I think those are pawns.
Of course they're pawns. Okay, let's talk.
All right, we got Danny from Georgia.
Hey, Danny, what's going on, bro? Do you think you're in an experiment right now? Do you feel like a little rat, a hamster?
I always think that there's opportunity where destruction is coming to place. And first, I want to say thank you for you guys, the Cardones. I've been following you guys for like 3 years. I'm a big fan. You got my money already in a couple things, so thanks for that. Now, back to the point, I think there's opportunity here. And really, I wanted to hop on this call to ask you a major question. With all this craziness going on, my background is on digital marketing. I have an agency, lead generation, videos, we do all that crazy stuff. And I got tired working for clients because I started an agency because I wanted to be my own boss. And then I got 12, 20 other bosses. So I wanted to start doing my own thing, and I got into wholesaling. I got into, finding leads to purchase homes and get into the real estate game, like you, Mr. Grant.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend that my move should be now that all this is going on, now that supposedly we're in a bubble, that supposedly, you got all these social problems? What would you do if you were in my place, just starting out, buying property?
Dude, look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you guys want to make a difference for your charity, your community, if you want to make money for your family, you have to get known. You have to get known, okay? If you're not known, you're not going to make a difference. Oprah, Jay-Z, Kevin Hart, Will Smith, go down the line. I'm talking about people of color. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is he's not an American born, okay?
He isn't?
Okay, no, he wasn't an American boy. He's an adopted kid, like he shouldn't have anything.
Wow.
Why are those people changing the world? Not because of their color. It's because they're successful. Listen to me. If you want to make a difference on this planet, you have to become successful. Nobody cares about anybody until that person is successful. End of story. Like, that is the truth of America. We are an exceptional country because of the amount of success that we create in this country. If you create success and nobody knows you, guess what? You cannot change the world. So you guys that want to make a difference, all my friends out there, forget about your color. I'm white. I'm a white guy. My success gets me into places, okay? My plane gets me places. Trust me. This building, hang on a second. This building gets me places I couldn't get into. 8,000 apartments gets me into places that I could not get into before I had them. If you guys want to make a difference, you got to get known. You have to get known. And it's never been easier than today. And two, you got to be successful. You can't be known for being an idiot. Okay? In the town I grew up in, people knew me for the idiot. I was the black sheep of my family.
That's what I was going to say. Like you said, Elon, since he was adopted, he shouldn't have, he shouldn't have made it.
But he did, and he's marketing himself every day so that people don't forget what he does. He launches a rocket last Sunday. That's making a difference in the world.
And that's you. You weren't supposed to make it. You come from a single mom, from a middle-class family. You were addicted to drugs. You shouldn't have made
Italian descent. Like, people, I've had people hit me on social media and say, dude, you ain't white, you're Italian. Like, you just need to go back 30 or 40 years. We were not considered white people in this country in the 50s. In the 30s.
I did not know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
In the 30s?
I mean, I didn't know.
Dude, we were Dagos and Wops.
Yeah.
Okay? We were called Dagos and Wops and Greaseballs. Okay? So I understand. Like you think I'm white today because I'm Italian or because I have whatever. This skin's not even white. Okay? Why that? Why even that?
I know.
It ain't so black. People don't have black skin. This is black. This is black right here. That's black. I've never seen a man with skin that black. Okay? So we do this. Where did this get created from, and how long is it going to last? And what does it matter, by the way? Because at the end of the day, you ain't going to change nothing on this planet. Okay? If Jay-Z was still slinging grams, he could not change the world. He can now because he's got $1 billion put away. So number one, you guys got to get known. Number two, you got to get some money. I'm just going to lay this out for everybody. Y'all don't know this, but I'm going to lay it out for you. Forbes called me in 2019 the number one social media influencer in the world to watch.
Wow. What
they didn't tell you is that I've raised $360 million. Okay? Put those numbers together. $360 million. That's 1/3 of $1 billion.
That's $1 million a day for 1 year.
Using social media, Facebook, Instagram. I have probably raised more money online than any other single living human being. In addition to that, we do about $4 million every month selling courses, online courses. Wow. I'm going to do a mentoring for an exclusive group of people starting Thursday night, grantcardone.com/MP. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I built my following. What is an Italian white dude, okay, 62 years old. Y'all want to exclude people? 62 years old. What am I doing with a social media following? Much less making money. You want to level the playing field? Get successful. You want to level the playing field? Be one of the top 1%. There's nobody successful out there looting stores right now. This is what everybody's got to pay attention to, okay? These kids are doing it because they're bored. Ain't nobody is going that's got property, okay? We got to tell people the truth, man. You ain't going to make a difference if you don't have property, okay? I remember 1950, Jews could not come to Miami Beach. Y'all know that?
No.
There was restaurants that had the ad. You see, y'all don't know that. You see, the ad was all views, no Jews. Look it up online.
Ooh.
Okay. You know what the Jews did? They united and they bought Miami Beach.
They bought the property.
They bought it. You want to make a difference? Buy the city you live in. You want to control things? Own the property, folks. That's the truth on this planet. Whoever's running this experiment on us, the Rothschilds, okay, the Rockefellers, these guys, the Carnegies that created the railroad systems in this country, that have made trillions of dollars, not billions of dollars, trillions of dollars. The difference between those two numbers is magnificent. That's who's running these events.
And their corporations are all hidden, so they don't trace or show up on Forbes. And
you know, the Putin. There's so much dark money, trillion-dollar owners that you're never going to find about. The Russians that are.
Could they be behind this experiment?
100%. You know, I'm going to post this video about 40 years ago. This guy was interviewed from Russia that was disaffected.
Yeah, disaffected.
And he talked about the KGB experiments on this country. They're not fighting. The spies aren't trying to start a war, dude. They're trying to change our minds. Okay? The moral degrade in this country, the fact that you can't talk about money, you can't have property, like you can't, you know, my property should be destroyed and graffitied. You go to LA, man, they just paint on the freaking walls of people's properties. It's so wrong and nobody's standing. I can't even tell people, don't paint on my shit. You come paint on my building out here, break my windows, watch what happens, okay? It'll be the last time you do that weekend anyway.
It'll be the last time you do that ever.
700 people went to jail the other night. You know what they did? They let 686 of them out on the streets the next day.
You know who paid the bail?
We did.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
That's another conspiracy.
That's another
right there.
conspiracy. Who knows?
And then what's her name? What's her name? The tiger woman. What's her name?
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
It's
Shit.
her fault. I'm telling you.
She just got that damn park
She just
back.
took the zoo.
Okay, all right. Carol Baskin's doing all this shit. I know she is. She's
Carol
behind
Baskin
the whole
is
goddamn
behind the whole
thing.
2020.
She's the catalyst.
Next caller, Johnny.
Find out who runs Carol, and we'll get to
Johnny,
the bottom of
23 or
this.
26?
You want me to guess?
23 or 26?
27.
Okay. 23,
Alrighty.
26, 27.
We got Lucy.
Is this a
in
conspiracy,
California.
dude? Are we in an experiment?
What is
2 weeks
happening?
turned to 2 months. Now we're on 3 months.
Lucy?
1/3 of the year.
And what about the whole surveillance?
After we were going through the biggest economic expansion this country's ever had, okay? And we're moving into a November election where a lot of people hate this dude, okay? The Democrats got a really weak candidate. They're like, hey, man, we can't have this Trump guy going out doing these big rallies. We'll never stop this guy. He's rallying up the troops. Joe Biden, he can't get 50 people to show up. Now, this isn't political. I'm just laying it out for you like, hey, how can we just kill the movement? I grew up Democratic, folks. You know, my mama we were Kennedy Democrats. You know, and then they shot that dude.
Whoa.
Somebody did that. You can't tell me that was one guy up in the Dallas.
In the grassy knoll.
We're going to cover aliens next week.
Let's do it.
When do they show up?
I believe the military has released reports about UFOs, but we'll cover that next week.
Next week we're doing aliens.
I'm going to do my research on that so we can get to the bottom of all this. Maybe it's the aliens. I don't know. It's something.
Go ahead, Johnny.
All right, we got Lucy on the line.
Lucy Goosey.
Hi. Hi, Elena. Hi, Grant.
Lucy, how you doing? What's going on, Lucy? Lucy, do you feel like you're part of an experiment right now?
To tell you the truth, this is a supernatural, just a spiritual warfare, and I've been in prayer with a few people from New York, Florida, I'm in California, Texas, and we've been praying weekly. And Troy Brewer from Open Door Church in Texas, he totally nailed it last week, and he mentioned how the number 7, 77, came up with the hair salon person in Texas. She was charged $7,000, and she was 7 days in jail. And then the gentleman that lost his license at the barber shop, he was 77 years old. I mean, it's a supernatural spiritual warfare, and so we've been praying against that, and that's basically what where this is about.
Yeah, 7. So the number 7?
Yep. The number 7 has come up quite a bit.
And I've
Yeah,
heard,
so what does that
the
mean?
6 and the 6 and the 6 is a play on the other side, and so I'm catching wind of all this stuff too. It's crazy what's out there. But speaking of the church and the spiritual warfare,
Yeah, but do you
now,
feel like we're part of an experiment? That's what I need to know. I don't know what 7's got to do with that. Huh?
Well, it's not an experiment. It's basically between Jesus and the enemy, the devil, and it just comes back down to that.
Yeah.
And the number 77, I'm reading from Troy Brewer's book. He wrote a book on numbers. A witness of or by God's Spirit is 77. Jesus is the 77th name from God in Luke's genealogy. The word church and the phrase house of God appear exactly 77 times in Scripture. So
Wow.
it's pretty interesting, yeah.
Wow.
But
What's
my
2000? But
question-
we're in 2020, so it seems like we should be in 2077 or something.
There's
We're
all
premature.
kinds of information
We're
in regards
premature.
to numbers. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I'll check
But
it
my
out.
question for you, I mean, I've connected with and gone through Pete Vargas training, and I feel like you just confirmed, by the city you live in. I took a step of faith and I flew out to another state. I had been in communication with another woman in real estate, and her and we connected. I met with her architect. We're working towards creating a women-owned developing business. I've been in developing for the last 25 years, assisting civil engineers. And so, Elena, I was wondering, just your perspective, your opinion in regards to, taking the step of faith during this time and moving forward. I'm actually going to move to that state and move forward in working with them.
Stay with us 1 second. We're going to come back and answer that question for you, all right?
And we are back. You're watching the G&E Show. We are talking today about, do you feel like you are in an experiment with everything that's going on? Is there some sort of conspiracy going on at upper levels that are pitting Americans against Americans? What is going on? What is the case study? Do you feel alone in this, or is it just Grant and I? We have Lucy on the phone right now. She was asking a question about
Lucy 77.
was it something about should you move?
It was basically about starting
What
the business
starting?
during this time.
Look, I think this is
Yes.
a really good time to start.
You guys should
People
start a
are-
business online right now. I'm telling you, there's so much money to be made in e-commerce right now. It's unbelievable. We had 70,000 people. Literally, I've spent the last 12 years learning how to play the social media game. How do I build an influence? How do I make an impact? How do I make a difference? How do I stay connected using emails, landing pages, websites, webinars, contact, graphics, video? I'm going to be sharing all that with you, by the way. If you want to start your business at home, or you got a business, a brick and mortar business, and you want to grow it on social media, I have raised $360 million using Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, not paying a middleman, and almost no ad budget to raise $1/3 of $1 billion in cash. In addition to that, we made $44 million last year. Just tell everybody. IRS knows. May as well tell you guys. You're my friends. We did $44 million and did some of the largest, in the last 2 years, the largest conferences in the world were sold using social media, Facebook and Instagram. So if you are a coach, an educator, a facilitator, stay-at-home business, startup business, you want to raise money for a charity, if you want to go out and do something where you change the world in your community, you've got to learn the social media game. The website's grantcardone.com/MP. We start Thursday night.
MP stand for? What does MP stand
Mentor
for?
program.
Mentor program.
grantcardone.com/MP. We start, Johnny, what time? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
You got 72 hours to sign up for this thing. It's an unbelievable opportunity for us to spend the next 6 to 8 weeks talking about social media,
Exactly
marketing,
this.
branding, getting known, monetizing, by the way. If you don't want to make money online, do not. I can't promise you're going to make $44 million a year, but I can promise you this. I'll share with you everything I have
The tools
done.
and the tips from the expert.
Not
real
what we
expert.
did a year ago, by the way. Okay, and I'm
Not
not
the
running one
self-proclaimed.
funnel a year. We're running a lot of different programs throughout the year, and we learn in real time what works, even down to colors and words and left or right, landing pages or websites, Facebook or Instagram, lives or DMs. You name it, I'll teach it to you. I'll share it to you, share it with you live coaching calls every Thursday night, 8 p.m. grantcardone.com/MP, grantcardone.com/MP. If you don't want to do that and you want to get some private coaching from me, all the people that coach with me get the money goes to Grant Cardone Foundation, grantcardonefoundation.com. It's $10,000 per 10 minutes. All the money goes to helping kids without fathers. We're doing we've done a reach out already about these inner city kids right now that are looting. I feel for these kids because that could be me. Without fathers, kids without dads are likely to go bad. The proof is in the pudding, folks. In every city across America, brown, white, black, Asian, you name it. No dad at home.
The percentage of trouble goes up from suicides to drug
addiction,
addictions.
prison incarceration, you name it, every category just explodes when there's no dad at home. So I've reached out to Meek, Snoop, Steve Harvey, Kevin, Damon, all these guys are like, hey, I want to help you do this. I'm going to educate 1 million kids this year, and all the money, if you want to do the coaching, you can do the mentor call. The mentor call is a really, really affordable thing for everybody to do. If you want to do the private coaching and have the money go to Grant Cardone Foundation, we can. Okay, Elena and I think that we agreed on this week.
We
Can't
finally
believe we're
agreed on
agreeing.
something.
Okay.
Don't leave me hanging.
I think we're in an experiment, folks.
It sure feels that way.
I think the Democrat, Republican thing, the white, the black thing, we being experimented on
I feel like
right
these
now.
are all red flags.
Now I don't say that and
To
I know
negate
there's
that
racism.
there's issues.
I know there's racism in this country. No. Look, I grew up in the South. Okay, nobody can tell me there ain't racism in this country. I know there is. Okay, but like Billie Jean, my boy Billie Jean over there, he's all shouting on. I say, Billie Jean, you got to quit bashing on the president, dude. You need to run for mayor. Fuck, you can't even run for mayor of your city. Like you guys can't keep just doing the bashing. You got to get in a place of influence.
Yeah.
You
good
can't.
point.
Hate does not change the game. You can hate. Black can hate white. White can hate black. Hey, that's not going to change the game. One thing changes the game on this planet, folks. One thing: economics. You don't have money, you don't get to be the mayor. You get to be the mayor's bitch.
Damn.
Okay? Or you get to be somebody's boy that gets to be the mayor because they had the money. If you truly want to make a difference, you
But
got to
is that
have
right?
some
I
money.
mean, like that feels like they're in a public service position. Why do they have to have the money to be elected?
This is the conspiracy. Look, you got guys running for president that are billionaires. It's a $400,000 job. You got guys spending $80 million to become congressman, and it don't pay $70,000. Why? These are all billionaires that are playing the game now. Why are billionaires playing the game? Because that's the only people that can play the game. You want to change the game? You got to win at the game, folks. This is a money game now. This is a land game. This is owning buildings game. You got to own something to change the world. Don't be an ass. Get you some assets. You got to put some ET on your ass. You got to put some ET on your ass.
I'm scared to ask.
ET, baby. ET, assets.
Oh,
Asset. You
I
got
thought
to
you
get
were
some
talking about
extraterrestrial
now.
on your act.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, look, posting comments. You were supposed to do the posted
I
comments thing.
did when we came back.
No,
in
you
the
got to do it a lot of
beginning.
times. You got to
Look,
tell it. Post something.
Are we under an experiment right now? If so, who's running it? Tell me what is going on. I keep trying to figure this out. I've read
benefits the most?
articles.
Who benefits
I'm
the
trying to
most?
get to the bottom of this. We got all kinds of things. We got Bill Gates, vaccines, Soros, funding this, funding that. 5G being installed in California. How does it all relate? How does it connect? What's happening?
Oh, who let the Wuhan go? Who let the Wuhan go?
The economy to the knees. Businesses struggling out, about to tap out, and now they're looted and burned to the ground. What is happening?
Huh? Who would have thought this, huh? I even wonder. Go ahead, Johnny. Let's talk to our callers. Like, I'm sitting here wondering, man, where do I move the family to? Where we're safe? We need to get some land. I need to get like 700 acres somewhere.
With vegetables
Bermuda.
and fruits. And
Johnny, let's talk to somebody.
All right, we got Tina on the line.
You know the food system in this country's controlled by somebody.
Well, I mean,
You
look
got
at all the
Tina.
GMOs
Tina,
and
Tina,
processed
Tina's
and
on the
stuff we
line.
put- and then we have all the cancers, and then we have all
afternoon.
Yeah, good
Radiation
afternoon. Well, good
is-
afternoon, girlfriend. What's happening?
Oh my gosh, you guys are. I love seeing you two together on this show together because I love your interaction. Who would have thought that the Tiger King would be the most normal thing we've seen this year? Really?
Wow, that is awesome.
I mean,
the. That is scary, and yet
Carol
so true.
Baskin.
I know it's like totally crazy.
Took her
Like when I
husband
watched
and
that, I thought
whacked
this
him.
is wackadoodle. I do have a couple of questions and a couple of things that I've been pondering.
First
for
of
a
all,
while.
let me ask you a question real quick. Do you think
Sure.
that this is an experiment?
Yes, your frog analogy was exactly what I 100% agree with. I felt like they said initially it was to flatten the curve with those crazy numbers that they had.
Yeah, flatten the curve.
Then it turned into a month, and then it turned into 2 months, and now here we are, halfway through the year, and we've spent a third of it in lockdown.
1/3 of a year, guys.
Yeah, I live in Washington State.
Anybody imagine
The
if the
mental
government,
psychology of all of that.
if you were told at the beginning in January 1, hey guys, this year you will not be able to go outside of your house for 2 months and 2 weeks without permission.
I would have been like, heck to the no,
No, no way,
right away.
no way.
Yeah,
People
they
moved out
couldn't
the
have done. They
country.
couldn't have done it unless they did it slowly and slowly brainwash people
Mm-hmm.
with the new sayings. Like I actually told my friends that drink to make it a drinking game, and the church people that don't to make it a bingo game. But every time you hear the phrase "the new normal," I'm never going to accept this as the new normal.
No.
And
Thank
we're in
you.
this together, and stay home, stay safe, and wear a mask, which, all the doctors are saying, hey, the minute you fiddle with it to adjust it, you've already ruined any protection that it offered. And even on the back of the boxes, it says it won't protect you.
Yeah, and how
So-
about this? Look, if I'm doing the 6 feet, why do I have to do the mask?
Exactly, because the sneeze travels 40 feet anyway. So, and if your mask has gaps on the side because they don't fit you right, then it doesn't even matter. So I'm like, why not develop herd immunity? There's countries that have the same exact numbers we do, but
Yeah.
they never went into lockdown.
I use my
And
mask
they
with
didn't
Elena
destroy
at
their
night.
economy.
I'm like, who you want me to be tonight?
And,
Come in
and
there
the
acting like
social
Jay-Z.
distancing and getting us used to not being affectionate anymore, or used to or being afraid of people or being around them. It's all just like crazy.
Carol Baskin.
Yeah, there was even
Killed
a
her
thing saying
husband,
people
whacked
that want to be intimate with people should wear masks when they're having sex. I just saw that last night on the internet, and I just started laughing.
I missed that.
I wear a mask on my face, but not on my place.
Woo!
It's unbearable.
So my
sometimes to be
question
me.
is, hey,
Just
are
so
there
you
any
know.
riots happening in cities that are no longer in lockdown?
Say that again. The riots are not happening in cities.
Are there
that-
any riots happening in cities that are no longer in lockdown?
I don't know. Is the answer to that no?
I don't know. I would like to
I
know.
don't think there's
That
any
just makes
lockdown.
me-
I don't
Well-
think there's any lockdown.
Well, LA is still not off of the lockdown, and I don't think New York is either.
We're not even getting coronavirus reports anymore.
Right, because they're logging all deaths as coronavirus.
Guys, the
Even
media,
people that die
the
of heart
media
attack.
has been used for years to promote the experiment. Okay, when I was growing up in the 60s, okay, it was the Vietnam War, man. Like I've seen riots before. I've seen mass riots before. Peace. Okay? And so and I told Elena this at the beginning of the year, or the beginning of this event. I said, when this event goes bad, okay, the only way to solve a $7 trillion deficit is a war. Why? Because wars are massive
money makers.
Well, they're massive distractors. Now, today, as we go into technology, there's a lot of different ways to play a war out today. It doesn't have to be the way we did it back in the 60s and the 70s. Things are progressing, if they are, okay, to where
like economic wars or
maybe,
wars
but notice how
hacking. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, we got war going on in this country right now. We're pulling this country economic system apart. Mm-hmm. We went from being the strongest economic country in the planet to where we're going to have a negative 20% GDP. Now, Elena doesn't know what that means, that we have a negative GDP, because she counts on her fingers. I said, I got you, baby. I know how to count.
Don't worry, I do too.
But you guys,
strengths and weaknesses.
Look, you guys,
okay?
we're subtracting right now when we need to be multiplying. You have to learn how to multiply. I don't know if we got her question though.
So her question was, do you think that people are rioting in cities or states that there was no lockdown? Do you think that the lockdown has a lot to do with the rioting?
There is no lockdown, guys. The lockdown is over.
The curfew doesn't work.
And if you study the facts, the facts are the cities that are being, if you guys just want to look at the facts, and I know, if you look at the cities, where are the major cities? New York, Chicago, LA, Miami.
Dallas, Houston.
No, Dallas and Houston did not go off. There was no bullshit going off in Houston.
Dallas, yes, not Houston though.
Okay.
Philly.
I don't think
that's
what happened in Dallas?
We're talking major cities.
What, St. Louis?
Riots and stuff.
There was riots in Dallas?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah? Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
But
St. Louis.
Houston was the largest protest and didn't have anything.
Houston.
Yeah, Texas, they don't put up with that shit. Let me tell you something. Where there's guns,
Yeah. 60,000.
people like, ooh,
I'm gonna just go around the corner.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Let me second
Lake
guess
Charles,
you
Louisiana, it was a
entering that
completely
building.
peaceful. So look, where there's high unemployment, massive high unemployment, and no hope. Unemployment with hope, no problem. Unemployment, no hope, and poverty, oh my God, you're gonna have problems.
All right, so
I need to blame somebody.
Was this situation exacerbated because it came right off the tail end of the 2.5-month lockdown? Is that why we're continuing on day 9?
This is an experiment
Day
to
8
see
or day 9?
how long before Grant Cardone go ding dong. How long before
Can you
Grant Cardone's
comment
packing
below?
ARs in his car,
Can you
driving around the
comment
streets?
below?
Comment below.
Comment below. Has this been exacerbated from the lockdown? Has it added to the mental stress?
Guys, this shut everybody down except the big players. Okay? And even the big players are getting, this is a wealth grab,
cruises.
guys. This is a wealth grab, okay? You're grabbing, I've always told Elena, I said, you guys need to understand the people in power they don't take money from people that don't have money. They take money from the other people that have money. Guys like me, I got money. Okay? There's money on this planet would be like, okay, we're going to take Cardone's money and we're going to find 10,000 people like Cardone, we're going to grab their money and their assets, okay? This has been happening since the 1800s. Who lost ranches in the 1800s? The banks went and grabbed the ranches from the ranch owner that took on too much debt. It's a game, guys. It's a game. Just like me playing.
Trapped him.
Just like me playing Monopoly with that little girl the other night. I choked her on what she wanted. I gotta have Park Place.
The 11-year-old, my daughter's friend.
I gotta have Park Place. Be careful what you ask for, man. If you can't keep it, you can't fund it. It's gonna drown you. Mm-hmm. So that's what.
So they've been doing this to the little people who think they're big.
Millionaires are going to get, look at the stock market right now. Who can explain the stock market?
I don't understand.
Watch. This is a bear market. It's not a bull market. This is a bear market. It's a suck out. It is to get more people excited. It could go another 500,000 points. It'll go and then they'll go rip that money away from those people. And what happens every time I have a loss, I'm less secure about my future. Okay,
sure.
I get
You
more
lose
introverted.
confidence.
I go buy my little house. Watch how many people buy houses now. Watch. They're going to all
Really?
run out to buy houses.
You don't think they're going to be selling them because they
they're
don't have the money?
No, they're
with
going to go
debt?
try to buy houses now. Watch people that are going to save their money at the bank. Save their money at the bank.
What are we talking? How many years before they buy the house?
They're going to do
Couple
that this year. They're going to do it this year. They'll buy them before. Watch housing purchases will go up at the end of this year because people are going to introvert. Okay. Watch the savings rate. Savings rates are at 40% right now. Why? People are scared. What are they going to do? Oh, I'm going to give more money to the bank. It's a game, man. Don't you guys get it? No, you don't get it because you think the bank's a good thing for you. You think TV really cares about entertaining you. TV don't want to entertain you. TV wants to sell you something. Hey, join me this weekend. I'm going to show you how to take advantage of this thing. Look, I quit going to Fox to do interviews years ago. And I started doing my own show. I'm like, oh, I'm going to create my own studio. We spent, I don't know, $10,000 or $15,000 on this little studio. It's made me millions of dollars. I can show you how to do that without even spending $10,000 or $15,000 off of a phone. Okay? Now, Gary Vaynerchuk is great at social media, but he ain't going to show you how to make money on social media. Ty Lopez is good at social media. Ty sold a lot of programs. I've learned a lot watching Ty. I'm going to spend the next 6 to 8 weeks with you. Let's just make it 8 weeks from right now. GrantCardone.com/MP. How to build an audience on YouTube. How to build one on Instagram. How to not buy one. How to build an audience organically on LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook, wherever you are. Okay.
YouTube.
YouTube is the monster.
Huge.
Okay. How to build it, but mostly how to make money and monetize it. You want to speak in audiences? You want to do a 12,000 person event? I'll show you how we did it. You want to do a $2 million event on a Saturday afternoon in 2 hours? I'll show you how I did it. I don't know if you're going to make $2 million. I know this, if you don't learn how to play this game, the new land grab, folks, is e-commerce. I can go buy real estate on the internet.
That's the
and
future
control
of
it.
all businesses is the internet.
I can't hear you that well, Johnny. You got to talk a little more.
That is the future of all businesses.
That is the present time of all businesses in America, dude. The brick and mortar, man. Like, I probably made more money last month than Bloomingdale's made nationwide. We had the biggest May we've ever had in a contraction. Why? Because people can't go to my store. Because they're wearing the mask. Guess what I'm going to buy this year? I'm going to buy me some retail.
You think so?
See, you got to know the game, baby. You got to know the squeeze out. Oh, yeah, for sure, 100%. We're going to buy what nobody wants to buy. Okay? See, there's some rich dudes out there, man. They're so rich, man, they don't even come out. They can't come out. They can't get out their door. There's so much money. Okay? They so rich, man. They're like, I'm never going to go out there. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to basically kill the biggest mall in the world. In the United States of America. We're going to, you know what? Those guys went and spent 20 years building Dubai. We're going to bury Dubai and go back and take the whole thing. You guys don't think that's how this game works? This planet is a monopoly board. Okay? And there's a handful of people that are freaking playing the game, and the rest of us are the cop, the dog, the ship. We're the parts and the pieces. We're being moved around the board.
We're the cogs in the wheel.
And as long as you complain about being moved around the board, guess what? You can't play the game. You got to step outside this. Quit blaming and hating. I don't want to be a red hotel. I don't want to be the little greenhouse. I don't want to be the little dog. You got to quit bitching about the game and quit bitching about your part in the game. Quit hating on the stuff going on. Oh, I got sent to jail. Okay. Oh,
We're talking Monopoly here.
Yeah. I got sent to the railroad. Okay. Oh, my life is so unfair. As long as you do that, you cannot play the game. You're being played in the game.
That's what I feel right now.
So you got to step out. It's very difficult to do. Like I'm sitting on all my money. I can just sit here and say I'm cool. That's what they want me to do. They don't want me to get bigger. They're like, let's just keep him where he is.
How do we find out who they are?
Who
We
is
have
they?
the real target
Who is
instead
it?
of wrong
Is it the
targeting
Rockies?
each other.
Is it the
the
Rockies?
Americans,
Post
the
down below.
players.
Is it Rocky? Is it Carnegie? Okay. Is it the Bushes?
Is it Rothschild?
Is Obama one of them? Ooh. Oh, don't use his name.
Gates, Bill Gates, Soros. We hear all these
Billy
names.
Boy, Billy, the United States of America funded the World Health Organization. Number one funder in the world is the United States of America. Second,
Bill Gates.
Bill and Melinda. See, most people just
That's a
don't.
monopoly right there.
Look, we're back to Carol Baskin, though.
Okay.
Killed her husband, whacked him.
Can't tell me that it didn't happen.
Can't tell me it didn't happen. I love this.
Baskin.
Fed him
Basket.
to the tigers, they snacking.
Maybe she did it.
I'm convinced everything is because of Carol Baskin.
It didn't happen. Tigers. Carol Baskin. Oh, Elena's gonna whack me one day. She gonna wait till she's like, yeah, but he still got 10 or 12 years of hustle.
Let's go.
Bang! She gonna
Let's
whack
go.
him. That's why she got those kitties. Those kitties are gonna
Little
grow up to
kittens.
tigers, and she gonna feed me to them kittens.
That's right. Cash and flow.
I woke up this morning. One of them got the tail running, the dirty ass tail on my right there. It's nasty. God damn, that's nasty. Okay, let's go, Johnny.
Alrighty, we got Nick in Tampa Bay.
Nick in Tampa, bro. Hey, did you guys have the? Did y'all have the protest? Was it violent or was it cool? What was it?
It definitely wasn't cool. No, we had violence in both Tampa and St. Petersburg, and even in Clearwater Beach, where your brother is. You know, there's been a lot of upheaval here in Tampa Bay.
Wow. So what happened over there?
You know, a lot of rioting idiots. You know, vigilantes that are really going out there and they're not really purposefully protesting. They're just causing chaos.
Yeah. See, and then the cops, man, the cops that are no win. There's 800,000 police officers in America.
win.
It's a no win deal. They stop somebody, they look like. I can't imagine being a cop. I got to tell you, all my friends out there that wear the blue. I can't even imagine, man. Like.
Well, I talked to our friend in New York who's a cop who said he wished he had enough money he could resign right now.
Yeah.
Imagine, this is his livelihood. This is his job. This is how he takes care of
Who is
his
that?
family.
Who is that?
Caesar.
Caesar. Tell him to be part of this mentor program for free.
Okay.
I'll handle it.
Okay. And the poor
Hook him up,
guy
Rock.
he does not have an option, but yet he has to put on riot gear and work 14 hours a day every day for the
Because
last.
he's waiting for that pension.
And he's waiting for bottles and bricks that are being thrown at
No.
him.
He waiting for that retirement.
Well,
See, this is the game. I just
It's-
show
it's
you.
a
Here's a
trap.
cop. Here's a cop. They're paying him probably $80,000 a year in New York. He risks his life every day, but they got him handcuffed. Okay, he's got his own handcuffs on. It's called a pension. It's called a pension. Corporations have been doing this for years. Okay, unions do it. Hey man, if you stick around until you're 60, then dude, we're going to hook you up forever. And so he won't leave because of the pension. Okay, you see, you have to participate in the slavery, folks. You got to participate in the slavery to be a slave. You have to. You got to be willing to die sometimes. And so I'm just telling you, there's slaves on this planet. There's more slaves on this planet today than ever before in the history of the world.
that's true.
It's
shocking.
everywhere.
It is shocking.
If you're minimum wage, you're a slave.
Well,
Okay.
I meant real slaves, but anyway, go on.
No, I'm talking about slavery, man. There's like let's talk about all the problems in the world. There's girls being shipped all over the planet right now, being sold. We're not talking about that this weekend.
Too.
Okay, there's 10% of the population, 30 million people in America on drugs, slavery. That's what I'm
Slave
telling
to
you. I
the
was a
drugs.
slave, bro. I was a slave.
Slave to the drugs. That is not pretty.
Okay, you got kids. 17 years, 12 years you got to spend in schools. You can't tell me school is not slavery. Ain't no kid wants to go to school. Don't even have a choice in it. It's the law. And the law knows what you should do. You should go to school and learn how to count. Kids are getting out of school, they don't even know how to count.
They don't even know how to write.
And then we
Anyway.
read books that are full of bullshit. Mm-hmm. How do you control people? You indoctrinate them when they're young.
That's deep.
Ain't no free thinkers. I can't hear you, Johnny, when you do that half-ass shit.
That's deep.
I'm just saying, we are indoctrinated. I am where I am today because I should be further than where I am, but I was indoctrinated.
Small things.
Small think.
Me too.
Okay? Oh, save your money, son. Save your money. What is that? That is an introverted thinking. It is a way to control people. Save your money, okay? You can't know. You should know this, okay? Pay the IRS, okay? Like,
Even the drug thing, like drugs are so promoted as cool and this and that. How many years did you get set back from your drug addiction?
10 years, lost 10 years. 10
How
years.
small did that keep you for how long from hitting your potential?
It wasn't just the drugs, it was the degradation I felt, the demoralization of my own self. It was like, oh, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I knew it every time I did it. Okay, I would tell you it was cool. I would tell you I was all right. I would
Free
tell you,
thinker,
oh yeah, I'm
fun.
good, man. I'm good. I'm cool, man. I got it. I got it. But the truth is, man, I look in the mirror and like, you ain't cool. You're a druggie. So, you know, it's a shame, man. What's going to change it? This one thing will change this. Your success. Nothing else can change the game, folks.
Success personally, financially, and professionally.
Yeah, you got to make a difference. You got to send rockets to the fucking. You got to get rockets to go up and not blow up. You got to get a rocket to go out into space and then come back and land on its own. And that takes money. That takes courage. That don't take division and hate. Elon Musk does whatever he wants. That's freedom, man. Okay, I don't think Elon's causing these problems. I think Elon's like, hey, while they're doing their bullshit, I'm gonna build a tunnel. While they're doing their bullshit, I'm gonna send a rocket. While they're doing their shit, while they're shutting when they're shutting General Motors down and Ford Motor Company, I'm gonna build electric cars that drive themselves. There's a lot of examples out there of people that have made it. Oprah made it. We know Oprah because she was successful. Okay? I don't know her because
She beat the system.
She beat it, man. She beat it. You guys got to beat the system. You can't beat the building. You can't burn and loot, man. You got to beat the system. You got to win. And that is the great racism in America. The great elitists in America is this: to be anybody in on this planet, you got to be successful. You got to bank money. Okay, you got to not give up on success. Otherwise, you're going to hate this system. Win at the Monopoly, and you'll love the game. Sabrina, every time we play, she wants to throw the board down. I literally have to hold her from throwing the board down because she doesn't know how to win at the game. So what does she do? She gets angry.
Yep.
Not much different than when we were kids and we were getting beat
I
a game.
hated losing as a kid.
You're
I
the
hate
worst
losing
loser.
now.
You're terrible.
Oh, man, I
She
hate
starts
losing.
hating on everybody. Okay, Johnny, we got any more callers?
We got Cortland.
Hey, my name's Grant
From
Cardone.
LA.
This is Elena Cardone. Please post in your comments. If you hadn't subscribed to the show, Elena's supposed to tell you to do that. Let's give them a countdown on subscribe.
Okay, you
Okay.
have 5 seconds to subscribe.
Either that or I
Can you
feed
do
your
it?
ass to the Tigers like Carol Baskin did her husband, okay? Ready?
5 seconds to subscribe.
5,
and 5
and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1.
Beep.
Come on, subscribe.
All right, you got Cortland on the line.
Cortland, what's going on? How you doing? Are you part of the
Hey,
experiment?
Hey, so, I want to make a pretty great, coherent message. I loved how I heard you speaking about drugs and stuff like that. I'd like to address that as well. But I think my message is really to abolish Terry v. versus Ohio. Are you aware of that?
No, what is
What?
it again, man? This
Can you
is
turn this
interesting.
down?
What is
Yes.
it?
Yeah. No, it's a Supreme Court landmark in the United States that prohibits our Fourth Amendment. And what I mean by that is it essentially makes cops, I'm gonna go woo-woo, psychic, right? And allow them to search and seize you just upon reasonable suspicion.
So help me out
Hello?
here, man, because I'll just admit when I don't know something. What is the Fourth Amendment?
Fourth Amendment, the Bill of Rights, it prohibits unreasonable searches and seizures.
Okay,
Searches
got it.
and
I'm
sieges.
assuming
Okay.
you're aware of that.
Yeah, that means you can't keep going into my.
with
Like, I
Terry-
can't
with
come
Terry
seize your
v.
guns,
you can't come
maybe?
take my money.
Or your property.
My money.
Yeah,
You keep
yeah.
taking
Am I
2
free?
inches.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the main line.
Okay.
But Terry versus Ohio, with all that's going on, I am a supporter of Black Rights Movement, but I believe people are protesting for the wrong reason. And by that, I mean we should be protesting about abolishing Terry versus Ohio, because this allows cops to search you, obviously with probable cause as well as reasonable suspicion. A cop can come up to you and be like, hey, maybe, just maybe, I'm just going to assume you were in an act of criminal activity. So yeah, I'm going to detain you. And it breaks our Fourth Amendment.
So
It's
where
a loophole.
cops can search
So
and
I just want to
seize
I'm
without
sorry.
having a warrant, basically. That's what the thing says. Okay. And it was
Yes,
Terry
but
versus Ohio.
Terry versus Ohio, it prohibits that. And so it's kind of, it's a trap. It's a trap card.
Yeah.
And it's
So you're getting a
sad.
little heavy
It
for me,
really
though.
is
You're getting a
sad.
little heavy for me, man. You're getting a little heavy
No,
for
I
me.
apologize.
So
No,
I just want to
apologize.
ask you this. Do you think a person can make a difference in America without being successful?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Do you think a person can make a difference in America without being successful?
I don't think so. Because
Yeah, why don't we
in a
tell
way you
people
have to
that?
look
Why
at
don't
the
we
fact-
tell people
right,
that?
because-
I don't know
yeah,
why
yeah,
we
of
can't
course.
have
Yeah,
that
yeah,
conversation.
Yeah, no.
Why
Yeah,
can't
no,
we have that conversation? Because it's going to piss people off because they're going to be like, then I can't make a difference. Guess what? That's the fucking facts. You cannot make a difference if you're not successful. How are you going to do that? You don't have a platform. Nobody will listen to you. You don't have an example. All it's
You're
going to be
not
is a bunch
known.
of talk.
You're not
That's
known.
why that Black Tuesday thing, the little black thing, what is that? You're going to do that one time. You're going to post one time. What happens today on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday? And when you guys run out of money, what's going to happen? I remember 2 years ago when we were talking about ISIS. We forget everything. It's all bullshit, folks. It's noise, man. It's train wrecks. It's rubbernecking, okay? It's 1 second. Who else have we posted? What other young black kid has died and somebody posted, Paris goes off and everybody goes Paris flags. And then London goes off, London flags, we love London. And they burnt a church in Italy or whatever church they burnt and everybody loves that. I can't even remember.
The name of the church.
The
The
Church
stuff
of
that-
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
That's the one that burned down.
Oh, yeah, we burnt, that church burns down. We forget all that stuff, you know? We forget, there's kids out there don't know about the Vietnam War. There's kids that don't know who Martin Luther King is. So look, Martin Luther King was successful. Muhammad Ali, look at that bad dude. Look how he did it. Oh yeah, okay, you want to send me to prison? I ain't going to the war. Send me. And then came out and fought again and won again. You got to fight and you got to win, folks. You can't fight to tear stuff down. They're just doing this. They're playing you. Anyway,
Well, they killed Martin Luther King.
if you want to make a difference, get successful. If
He
you don't
was
like
a
the way the
little too
politicians
powerful.
are doing the deal, you need to get in politics. You guys all hating on all the politicians, okay? You need to be that politician then. You need to run for president. You need to be the mayor. You need to be the senator. You should be the governor. You guys want to make a difference? But you got to have some bank to do this shit, folks. You ain't going to win senator or congressman. Yeah, you could be some junior congressman that nobody pays attention to. But Nancy Pelosi, she got the purse strings, folks. Joe Biden, he ain't nobody. He's somebody else's punk. Okay? Here's your script, son. Stay on script, boy. My name's Grant Cardone. This is the great Elena Cardone, the phenomenon Elena Cardone. I would not be who I am without Elena Cardone. Great book, How to Build an Empire. She talks about how to build it, how to defend it, how to keep it. You should
How to
get
expand
it.
it, even during contractions.
Join me, grantcardone.com/MP, and I'll give you a copy of Elena's book, grantcardone.com/MP, and I'll give you a copy of her book. I'll buy it from her so she doesn't seize my property like she's been doing in my closet. I got this one little place where I store stuff, and she knows. I got one place for my Twizzlers.
I stole those.
I got another place for my
I
little
actually
wafers.
thought that was Sabrina putting her little stash there.
I got one place for my watches, and I got one place for my Benjamins. And Elena knows where it is.
It's all about the
I
Benjamins,
got to get me a new
baby.
place. Because nobody loots more than Elena. I think those people on TV been watching her.
They learned.
Okay, folks, look. Become the landlord. Spend your time. All that energy it takes to loot, be the landlord rather than a looter. Be a leader, not a looter.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Build, don't
be a
burn.
leader, not a
Build,
leader.
don't burn, man. Okay, learn the vision.
All right. Well, make sure you comment below.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
I
I'm
want
riffing.
comments
I'm riffing.
on.
Oh yeah, we got to have some comments.
Are,
Got to have some
are
comments.
we in the experiment?
Yeah, are you in the experiment?
Are
by the
you
way?
are you part of the experiment?
Are we in the matrix?
Do you know something that you can share with us so we
Please.
can be let in on level 6 of Jumanji?
Till then, I'm gonna go get Park Place in Broadway. I'm gonna put hotels up on it. Okay. All right. We're getting ready to go through the biggest economic expansion in the United States of America underneath after this division, folks. You need to go get yours, take care of yours, get your family, get together, get united. Don't let them divide you. Okay. We here for you, regardless of your color. We don't see it. We just like people that got love in their heart. Hustle in their feet. Okay. And we'll help you guys, okay? If you're on our team, if you want to 10X, you want to get bigger, we're here for you. Any way we can help you, support you. Let's go be successful. People of all color. We need more success on this planet. Less hate and more success. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.